Hello. Welcome everyone. Yeah. I had a quiet day. I ordered some plants and they arrived, gonna planting them. I don't think they'll bloom for another few months, but I don't really garden, so I'm very excited. I'll see if I can find the... No, that's not the right species because it's a cultivar of this. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I got some of these. They're like native to California, and they sugar attract hummingbirds and butterflies, and they're also just like very pretty to me. So I hope I don't mess up. I don't like garden at all. Like, realize probably no one will stop me if I just like throw these in to the like, I don't know, there's a like big of soil outside of my like unit or whatever. I realize I can kind of just take, you know, it's just full with like weeds and grasses and stuff. I can just take a trowel in there, plant one of these in, and see what happens. But that won't bloom for another few months. But yeah, welcome in everyone. Welcome, welcome. Welcome Jack, welcome Krua, welcome Double Dot, welcome Chaerephon, welcome Forest, welcome Jam, welcome Tengu, welcome Lillian, welcome Valerie, welcome, welcome. I don't know if there are any other... I guess I just streamed Saturday. I went on a big adventure actually. Wait, yeah, that was yesterday. I went out to the like the pretty big park that's like, I don't know, an hour away on transit. I saw a lot of animals, including some mammals, which is quite rare. I saw like 3 wild mammals. I saw a deer, but very fleetingly. I couldn't get any photos. I saw a coyote very fleetingly and couldn't get any photos. But I did manage to get a bobcat photo. 1 second. Let me open that up. Isn't that just... I don't know. It was so cool. It's crazy that you can just see wild cats. Like genuine wild cats, not like feral cats, you know? Like, this is a different species. This is always just roam the forest here. It belongs here. This is so cool. I love bobcats. They're so cute. I wish I could have gotten a, like, photo where you could see the face, but I'd just feel really lucky to have gotten any photo at all. Because this was like, I was walking down the trail and then this just, like, ran by me very quickly. I mean, I guess it's more of a brisk walk, but, you know, it's, like, constantly moving and I just had, like, 5 seconds to point my camera and click before it was gone. So I'm happy I got anything, but it was awesome. I was not nearly as close. I'm using like a zoom lens here and it's cropped, so I'm not nearly as close as it might look. But it was so cool. I love bobcats. I love the stubby legal tail. I love the markings, the like black-tipped ear. Actually, I don't know if this is actually black-tipped or if that's just a shadow. I should look into that. But either way, the like pointy shape of the ear, they're very good. Yeah, have a nice lurk. And also, welcome Oliva, welcome Archibald, and welcome Board Fan. Welcome in, everyone. So yeah, that was fun. And I went on an adventure. I saw butterflies. I saw our local turtles, which are like unfortunately endangered, or at least vulnerable. I think they're not endangered. They're so cute. These are western palm turtles. I love these. They're always on the same log in the same park every time you go there. It's like guaranteed rare turtle sighting, which is quite exciting. I love turtles so much. They're just like such friendly looking sweethearts. They always look like, I don't know, they belong in some like children's book or something. They're just like always smiling. They're taking it very easily, just like hanging out on a log or something. I don't know. Turtles bring me such joy. So there aren't like many like sizable reptiles you can get a good look at, right? Like we have tiny lizards and they kind of like run around it. There's only one kind. Snakes are quite elusive and like quite slippery. It's awesome that a turtle will just kind of hang out there and let you stare at it. I think that's wonderful. But yeah, seeing turtles is so good. That's so awesome, Valerie. Oh man. No, I've never like seen a big turtle in the wild. That would be incredible. Like these are decently sized, but they're not. They're like, I don't know, what I would call like typical turtle size, but I don't know if that's like a real thing. They play? That's wonderful. And yeah, I get some like berging, which was nice. I got a photo of an orange-crowned warbler, which I don't think I have seen yet. Like, I at least have no naturalist observations of yet, so that was exciting. Anga wood, I think the hairy woodpecker, but it was also my first sighting of that. But yeah, I cannot recommend enough just like going into a park and keeping track of the animals you see, so making them try naturalists. It is really fun. Like just keeping a growing list. I keep saying this, I should move on, but you know, it's genuinely been like the most I've enjoyed a hobby that I can remember. And I don't know if that'll like stay the case if I keep doing it for like months, but for now at least it's been wonderful. But yeah, I guess we can dive into things. Let's roll our first adjective. Oh, and happy transcript visibility, everyone. They can feel their shells? That feels like, I guess that is useful information for them, but I hope it's like somehow at least like negative sensations are dulled, because I would not want like nerves on the outside of my armor. That seems kind of like scary to think about, but I'm very glad if you peg a turtle, it does feel to them like they're being pet. That does bring me a lot of joy. Corrupt. Corrupt is gonna be tough. I think it might be mostly a vibes one. I also like that we're rewarding the mammals for being corrupt. I like that Chige gonna be a good thing to be corrupt. Untimely. We're getting all the negative adjectives today. Awesome. Corrupt and untimely creatures. What's the most like well, I guess the most evil mammal is human. Human is warm. Warm is funny. Warm is nice because there's like 1,000 different interpretations you could do. So we can kind of just play it by vibe. Play it by ear. Play it by vibe is not an expression. But we can just like feel it out. Like if we want to go with the climate, we can. But if we just want to seem like, does it have a warm personality? That is also welcome. Welcome, Rebuttal. Welcome, welcome. And sparkling. So we're looking for like our really cheerful, evil and unsensitive creature today. We want it to be like warm and sparkling, but also corrupt and untimely. Untimely, I actually think is going to be the hardest of these. So I know it's not the first thing that comes in mind when you think of his adjective, but one thing is like, some animals look like they're dinosaurs or aliens, right? And I think those are untimely in a very literal sense. Like anything that does not seem like it belongs to the modern age, I think could go quite strong. Anything that does not seem to be like in the zeitgeist or seems like it's from a different era. They could both be like weird and alien, but also just like have a... I don't know how easy it's gonna be to say that like some rodent has an out of date or like, you know, scale fashion sense, but we can figure something out. I think there are angles for untimely, that's the important thing. There's like... An invasive species could be untimely. Yeah, that's more my like initial thoughts on it. Let's roll the first mammal. Phocoenoides is not a familiar genus to me. I'm like quite back. There are too many to keep track of, so it could be. Holy crap! Yes! The largest porpoise! The biggest one. I love these illustrations so much. There's like, I didn't realize before this stream, there is like one artist who does all of the like dolphin size charts on Wikipedia, I'm pretty sure. And you can like, their art style, you can immediately detect. It is just so fun and jovial. This really helps its sparkling score to me. Its warm and sparkling score. Isn't this awesome? I've like seen, I've definitely seen this exact artist. Like, I can tell on like other dolphin pages. Or I guess not other dolphins. What are, so these are cetaceans. Dolphin, I think, isn't even like really a real category, right? If we go to cetaceans. But are porpoises? Yeah, porpoises are a proper taxon. Okay, so it's like, I think dolphin, we kind of arbitrarily assign some small toothed whales dolphins. Was my understanding. But porpoise is actually a proper clade. And they're more closely related to narwhals and belugas than true dolphins. You can see a bit of like beluga-ness, like it has like very stubby head, which is exciting. .3 meters, nice. I mean, I guess we already had the size chart. I guess one where we can like, oh yeah. Oh, this looks awesome. I love like a clear shot of one. But so hard to get with an aquatic mammal. Thinking a variety of prey. Krill and this seems like mostly eat fish and squid, occasional crustaceans, but that's not very relevant. They're eaten by killer whales and great white shark. Unfortunately, they are a bycatch risk. There are some environmental issues, but they are least concern, fortunately. Oh yeah? Porpoise, from Old French, literally meaning pigfish! Yes! It's so true! It's so true! These are pigfish. Yes, poor like pork. That's wonderful. Porkfish, pigfish. This image is awesome. I wish we could get one with like, 1 second, let me. What if I just search Gal's porpoise? I wish we could get like an underwater shot where you could like really clearly make out the face. Maybe an illustration would be good for a second. Also, I did not realize they had this like, I guess it's hard to see in a lot of this photo. This is like an awesomely shaped white belly. It's like very panda-like. It's awesome. It's so weird. It's not like, you know, it's quite common for like whales to be counter-shaded, so like the entire belly is white and the top and back are black. It's weird to just have this patch of white. I wonder what's going on with that. The gal's porpoise. This is awesome. Look how it's swimming around. This is really good footage. Really good. Yeah. Welcome A squared. Yeah, I love, they just look so friendly. Which might be bad, given how, like, evil Chugei's adjectives are. Like, I don't know if I can call this thing corrupt or untimely. Oh, Bloodhail, hell yeah. Active, energetic, and maybe the fastest swimming cetacean, at least for short bursts. Hell yeah. "11 more songs to go." They live in deep cold waters, generally found offshore. They drink or near the shore. They're so awesome. I'm always using the images, but I wonder if this is Phogos. But I wonder if this... I wish I could find the illustrator. I don't just want to credit NOAA fisheries. But there was also... I really like the one of it going... It's gonna happen. The waiting for black megal records mammal is gonna happen. Welcome, farm skags. Yeah, no, I think this, like, action shot is awesome. Just color. Was it dolls? Yeah. Corrupt? No, this thing can't possibly be corrupt, can it? Welcome, circle back. Welcome, welcome. Untimely? Untimely is so tough in general. Maybe came... It feels crazy to get something like this as the first mammal of the stream. But it feels like weird grounds to rate how untimely it is, but I have no idea how else to. And it does have a kind of, I don't know, space age look to it. Well, I don't know if we deserve it, you know? I know we want it, but I don't know if we deserve it. I'm just gonna give it like a 117. Warm? It's like pretty high north. On one hand. On the other hand, it's like... Yeah, it prefers cold water. On the other hand, it's like vibe is so warm. And I think that wins out. Extremely sparkling. Like, do I even need to elaborate? Like, look at this image. Look at it. I think this breaks too foggy sparkling. Largest porpoise. Possibly the fastest cetacean. Very splashy. I mentioned, right? Yeah, they're most frequently seen swimming very quickly and throwing up a large V-shaped rooster tail of spray as they surface to breathe at high speed. When riding boat waves of vessels, which they do frequently, they rooster tail on virtually every surfacing, but at other times they slow down and surface in a slow roll with no splash. Loves to play behind boats. Welcome, Clonk. Welcome. Splashy? Good question. Loves to show off for boats. Splashy is not on the list. Loves to show off for boats. Excellent. God, that's a really good roll. Can't believe we got like a porpoise off the bat. But let's go ahead and spin a second mammal. Diomys crumpi. Crump's mouse. Yes, Crump's mouse, giga efficient. Range is 3 like specks of dusk that had to be like circled so you can see them. We are so back. Wait. No, I thought there were like 2 specks in this circle, but it was literally a big of dusk on my monitor. I like genuinely mistook a big of dusk on my monitor for part of the species range. That is awesome. We are so back. Crump's mouse. It has a whole genus to itself. No observations, shockingly. Common name, Crump's rat. Yeah, I gotta clean my monitor of Crumps. This species has never been collected again from the type locality. A place where decrumpy may not occur because the original description was based upon a broken skull mismatched with the skin of Largia meltaga near Pearsonii Hills. So it was like, original discovery was being Frankenstein with the like skin of another rodent. We're not actually sure where it was found. But they do burrow in the ground, and it hasn't been found since. Yeah, yeah. I do love Crumpi. I do love that this is Crump's mouse. Do you think there's an illustration? Do you think they even like bothered with this one? Oh god, there's the little native mouse, which for a second I read as the little naive mouse, and I was so excited at the possibility of a future role of the little naive mouse. Wow. Cute. Very much a mouse. I actually think this might score extremely highly. I don't know if it's sparkling, but I think there's like a strong case to be made for every other category, and I kind of want to say it's sparkling. I feel like it deserves it. It's gonna be hard to say any of these aren't sparkling, which might be a problem. It would be really funny if Crump's mouse, which may or may not exist. Yeah, exactly. Extremely untimely. And I think quite corrupt, like, in a sense of the word, because it was just like assembled from the parts of multiple bodies, you know? It was like twisted in that way. Yes, yes, this could be the shot. Okay, I think we're on to something. I think this is gonna like be our highest scoring mammal ever. But I think just being like identified from the like remains of multiple different species and having a dubious status, that's really corrupting, I think. It's more corrupting than corrupt, but you know, a file can be corrupt in the sense of being corrupted, right? Like, you can definitely use corrupt in that way to mean corrupted. Welcome, Halcyon. Because when you call a file corrupt, you're not saying it's like taking bribes. Untimely? Yeah. Yeah, this thing is not thriving. I don't know now because not seem to be its time currently. Warm? This thing, I mean, it lives in a very hot climate, and if you ever like, I mean, this is obviously true about all mammals, so it's stupid, but like, if you've ever held a mouse or a rat, they're just such like warm little beings, you know? I think it, okay, I won't go crazy with this one, I'll reel myself in, but I think it is sparkling, extremely high score, which is awesome. We never get a high score for Crump's mouse type creature. Genuinely mistook a fleck of dust on my screen for part of its range. We like found the mixed remains originally identified from someone confusingly presenting the Frankenstein remains of multiple species. I don't know if it's several, it sounded like it was just two. Crump's mouse, we need these bookending. Yeah, that's awesome. Alright, let's spin another mammal. Welcome, Gerbil Ninja! Welcome, welcome. Phyllotis? Amicus. I like Amicus. This is gonna be the friendly something. The friend, it actually is. It genuinely is the friendly something. I thought they'd at least go like amicable or something more serious sounding. No way we got the friendly leaf-eared mouse. What a pal. What an awesome common name. Welcome, Greedra. Gao evening. Gao afternoon. The friendly leaf-eared mouse. Legit. The friendly leaf-eared mouse. Leaf-eared is so, like, what a combo. Yes, yes. See, it might look more or less like indistinguishable from its peers, but we know this is the friendly one. What do we know about this? It's nocturnal? Hangs out in rocky formations with sparse cacti, dry washes from the sea, to elevations of 2,800 meters. Capable. Yeah. Eats plants, insects, and seeds. What a curious name. There's like no behavior information. It was probably just something like the ecologist who found this or whatever, it approached them or something, I hope. No. Is there like any more information? I don't think so. But I think like a friendly leaf-eared mouse is all we need. I think that's plenty on its own. So the one case should be made for it being corrupt is that friendly is in its name. Like if someone introduced themselves to you as like friendly James, they're definitely like mobbed up or something, right? Like there's something weird going on there. I love the friendly leaf-eared mouse and I want to trust it. But if I had to pick a reason, if I had to make the case that this is corrupt, I think there is something like a touch suspicious about this whole thing. There's some like shaginess going on here, you know? But I still think its score is low, but I think its score like acknowledges the possibility. But I also want to give it like a 0. I want to say this is like an incorruptible and pure being. It's the friendly leaf-eared mouse. I think I'm gonna get 0. It could be like the honest leaf-eared mouse or something. I'll give it a 4. I talked myself out of it. Oh, we are in desperate need of a friendly leaf-eared mouse. This is not untimely at all. It's warm. I mean, it's friendly leaf-eared mouse. It doesn't get like much warmer than that, or much sparkling than that. I was not. You not expect this is the kind of creature to get like extremely high and extremely low scores today, but that's just the adjectives we have. I mean, friendly leaf-eared mouse. I can do the classic friendly leaf-eared mouse. There's like no information, nothing interesting to include. So I think that's plenty. Let's spin another mammal. That unfriendly leaf trick bag is coming. It would be leaf nose, right? That'd be the true opposite to this creature. That's this thing's nemesis. The dwarf monkey mammoth mouse. Oh, Serengeti mist. It lives in the Serengeti. That's cool. So I guess the thing we got from the wheel might have been renamed, because I think Mastomys, yeah, Mastomys has a lot of stuff in it, so I think it got moved out of this genus. We've had we've had most of these actually, it seems. Yes, it gets the many boo boo mouse. No observation, shockingly. Here's the GBIF. Yeah, but GBIF is still using Mastomys, so we'll leave it with that name. Known by very few specimens. Nocturnal and terrestrial. Digger deficient. Do we have an illustration at least, or are we gonna have to go with the skulls? Oh god, I think we have to go with the skulls. Is there really nothing out there? No, these are just other Mastomyses. Man, I feel like I only have to resort to like a skull image like once every 10 streams or something, if that even. And I'm gonna like let the skull influence my score too much. Like all creatures have these, you know? Then again, we have like nothing else to go on. Other than it's small and it has many boobs, which maybe is actually a lot to go off. Huge taxonomic chaos, which makes me want to give it a high corrupt score. They're like it's constantly switching genus and species that cannot be good for it. Like been put through Google Translate many times, the taxonomic equivalent or something. I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, it's corrupt. Extremely untimely going by the photo. This was taken a bit too late. I think this is like kind of the day for the multi-mammoth mice. I'm probably kind of. It would be nice if we had an illustration or something. I think mice are warm and sparkling. Very elusive mouse found in the Serengeti. It's small and has many breasts. I think that's good. I think that's good. Let's spin a mammal. The Calomys. Oh, that might That might really help. It probably means like callosus of a surface, but I choose to interpret in the way that makes my life a lot easier for the corrupt score. The large Vesper mouse. Never mind. Notable as a vector of the Bolivian hemorrhagic. So like the noun is hemorrhage, right? But how on earth do you pronounce, is this hemorrhagic? There's no pronunciation here. Probably something like that. Yeah, hell yeah, Grigia. I think that's good. Well, wait, do we have an image? What the hell is this? Oh, okay, it's this guy here that is being devoured by an owl? Oof. I was like, what on earth is this bizarre rodent for like half a second? Because this owl is like very hard to make out. Oh, yes, wait. And that this is awesome. This is so good. I need to take some like really compressed, like, you know, low light. I need to get a really shaky camera to photograph like mice at night. Like the low or the high ISO or the image compression or whatever it is, just beautiful things to this mouse. It is so cute. Exactly. God, this thing is awesome. What a creature. Large Vesper mouse. Least concern. Nests built in laboratory were spherical, made of finely shredded interwoven plant material. Those in the field were simple depressions hollowed in the ground 10 to 15 centimeters deep. It's like an artist at heart pictures doesn't have. That's so funny. I don't even know how to put that. Like, why does it build like crazy complicated spherical nests in laboratory conditions? But then, like, out in the field, it just like. It's like, it's capable of building an entire house if it needs to, but it's just content to like dig in the ground a little bit instead. It like has all the skills of like an incredible architect, but then just doesn't put them to use most of the time. That's wonderful. Interesting. I think that's... Yeah, it could be all Rogenson citations today. I would take that. As long as we get at least one other citation out of it. Corrupt? Well, there's callous. And the, like, image is kind of fucked up, which makes me want to give it a high score. It could be possessed by a demon very easily in this photo, I could believe that. Untimely? Kinda? Like, no one's photographed it and it lives at night, which is kind of annoying. It lives in warmish climates and it looks very friendly. Man, I'm just giving everyone insane scores today, but like, I keep getting tiny little rodents to check all the boxes. We can just reuse very elusive mouse. Awesome image. Mostly just digs a shallow hole and live there, but will construct elaborate spherical nests of interwoven leaves and fabrics if it has an audience. I think that's good. I think we can just squeeze in one more mammal before the ad break. Pteropus, howensis. So, unfortunately, I've broken our nothing but rodent syndication streak because this is a flying fox. There are so many flying fox. Onton Java flying fox. Another incredibly tiny range Pacific flying fox. Only found in the Onton Java actual. This one at least has a Wikipedia article. Sometimes you get an animal who's only found on an island that doesn't even have a Wikipedia article, and that is brutal. But I guess this is like an entire actual, and it looks like it might only live in like a couple islands of that actual. Wrecked by rising sea levels, unfortunately. Yeah, only found on small levels, all of which are near to sea level, critically endangered. I think we might have found like a 250 untimely creature. I think the worst thing to be right now is a critically endangered species that only lives on small islands, all of which are at like near sea level. At least it can fly. Maybe it gets like 249 on the basis that it can fly. It maybe has some tiny shred of host of going somewhere if its habitat scares flooding, but Jesus. Coloring book sheet? Hell yeah. Yes. Oh, but these are just generic. They just have this on every Flying Fox page, and this is even for a specific different Flying Fox. If it was for this Flying Fox, that would go crazy. And it's good to know if we ever get like the Rodriguez Flying Fox, did you have a Rodriguez Flying Fox specific coloring sheet? No Fogo, shockingly. I could believe this must be a well-studied creature. What is this image? From Java? Ah, leave me alone. Vampire. This is bullshit. Because I don't like actually know what this lithograph is. It's the exact matches. They're saying vampire backs, but I don't believe that. So I got auction might actually have more information. No. Oh, the caption on lower right reads vampire. Awesome. Okay, but that seems to be a dead end, possibly. Oh, this is not good. There seems to be a paper outlining top priority things to save, and they have the Ontong Java Flying Fox, and they just have a little bat silhouette. But given that they explicitly label it as the Ontong Java Flying Fox, I feel I could kind of get away with using this. But let's see if there's a GBIF illustration first. There probably is, and that's a much less unhinged candidate, though it would be kind of funny to just use their generic outline. Oh, we have skulls. We have chalky skulls. We could take that rogue again. It's 160. It's the very last one on this page. There you go. And one of these flying foxes with a kind of freaky vampire face. There aren't many 5-word, no hyphen. Oh no, sorry, this is just the Ontong Java Flying Fox, not the Ontong Java actual Flying Fox. That would be too much. No, we don't know who this is by. Wait, they give. Actually, I think we do have the Argus. Maybe. Let me just follow that. Oh, okay. For a while, I thought the bat volume I couldn't. Well, no, they seem to be the writers. Because now I want the illustrator. And the illustrating is like split between several different. I think GBIF just has the wrong attribution for these, or I guess they're attributing the like whole thing and not the illustration. So let me leave it as it was. Corrupt. It does have the like kind of sinister vampire face, so I think kind of 249 for aforementioned reasons. This is like only found on a few small Pacific islands that are near sea level. Worm, it has such a cold scare. It's glacial. I think it's like, I don't know, 19 worm. As tempting as it is, usually all mammals sparkle. I think this one's too goth. Frigically, your bat on a few small islands that are all near sea level. We'll go there. Buggy. Poor thing. Oh yeah, actually enough time. Okay, sneak peek for the next mammal, but we have to take an ag break. You can all do your Camius Senex research, but I will be going in blind. Oh no, stay warm, Valerie. Alright, see you all in 4 minutes. Hello. Welcome back. Midstream laundry break could go hard. Maybe that's what we'll do. I'll try and make it fun and engaging. Tamius Senex was the one we rolled? Oh, I actually have so many ideas for the midstream laundry break. Laundry cam, rate laundry. Ooh, ideas. Tamius Senex was like a promising name, so I hope it's something good. Alan's Chipmunk, let's go! Also known as the Shadow Chipmunk? Occurs in California. The coastal subspecies is found solely in the redwood forest belt of California. Yes! Primarily arboreal species, inhabiting coniferous forests and their dense shrubbery. God, I want just like a range map. How close am I to Alan's Chipmunk? And it's like found throughout the Sierra Nevada pocket. This sounds more like inland. I think even if it's in California, it's not like my California. Inactive taxon? Scary. Oh, they've just swapped the genus. Who cares? Oh yeah, this is way too far north actually. But yeah, there are coastal ones. Wow. Yeah, either I could go like crazy inland or I could go crazy far north. Has it ever been, because it's mentioned Nevada, but it doesn't seem like there's a single line actual observation in Nevada, then I don't know, again, I don't know how many people are like checking out the mountains around here, and it's close enough that I definitely believe there still are some there. God, chipmunks are so cute. Chipmunks are so damn cute. Kinda unfair. Like, look. Are there any that I could actually, like, legally use? Yes. Well, there are many. But this is the clear winner. Thank you, Justin. Noakes Chipmunk. Wait, sorry, it's crop for you? Noakes Chipmunk. So true. Wait, initially I got the squirrel and then put with Noakes Chipmunk. It's just wonderful. Those squirrels are chipmunks. I'm sorry, chipmunks are squirrels, what am I saying, right? So this idea might be correct. Just too general. Yeah, what am I saying? I can't be, yeah. They're completely in the right for labeling this squirrels. Oh wait, but should I update the genus? Well, I guess we'll see what GBIF does. Yeah, it gets suspiciously close to being Alvin's chipmunk. But yeah, also welcome in Washa, and welcome Pink Honeybug. Welcome. Formerly a subspecies. Yeah, you're no very... Wait, found in Johnner Pass, isn't this like... No, I'm thinking of the genre party, but maybe the genre party is this the cannibalism place? Yeah, this is the cannibalism place. Gazaga actually. Oh, sorry, you can't see this. But it was type localities genre pass. Is that actually corrupt score? It saw some things. I think it might have encouraged it. I think it might have caused it. Yeah. And it's called the Shadow Chipmunk, and it lives in a place with, like, evil history. I think this is an extremely corrupted chipmunk. I think this thing is evil as hell. Truffle Specialist. Looks posh, too. That's awesome. I just think of squirrels and chipmunks as eating like nuts and seeds and stuff. I didn't realize there were like truffle specialists among them. That's awesome. I'm gonna just call it the Shadow Chipmunk. I don't care if more sources use Allen's. Welcome, Marigold. Welcome. Wonderful stream today. I had so much fun. Untimely? I think it's a great time to be a chipmunk. No elaboration there. These seem so warm. It's so like bubbly. They're in the like Sierra Nevada. It's pretty hot there. It's very much sparkling. It's a chipmunk. Look at it. Type locality is the Donner Pass. Shadow Chipmunk. There's no way this thing isn't at least a little responsible for the events there. Truffle Specialist. Oh yeah, and who did this? This image was Jason, right? Oh yeah, and very importantly, from the INAT, or Justin, sorry, Nope's Chipmunk. Yes, it is a truffle specialist, which again, no idea, like, squirrels or chipmunks ate fungi at all, to be honest, like, I hope so, I hope they smell them out. Could you imagine if, like, truffle pigs had to start dealing with the competition from the truffle chipmunks that start invading the, like, market? I wonder if anyone has tried that out. But I think specialist here just means specialist diet. Like, that's its primary food source, and it's kind of evolved. It should be capable at it. I don't know if they, like, smell them out. But yeah, importantly, notes chipmunk. Alright, let's spin another mammal. Long ass name, which is a little scary. The Chaerephon. Aloysiisabaudiae. Jesus. Duke of Abruzzi's free-tailed bat. Latinization of one of the names of Prince Luigi Amedeo, the Duke of Abruzzi. Luigi is an Italian variant of Latin Aloysius. I have no idea. This is Luigi Savoy's free-tailed bat. Yeah, exactly. Can we learn a bit about Luigi Amico, Duke of the Abruzzi? Known for Arctic explorations and mountaineering. Also served with the as an Italian admiral during World War One. Created an agricultural settlement in Italian Somalia. Oh, I bet that was totally okay and nothing bad happened there. He does look like he's in... It makes sense that he has a free-killed bat named after him. Seemed the type. I think they're like renaming all birds that are named after people. Because they just don't want to have to deal with like figuring out exactly which ones were evil or not. It's kind of brilliant. Like, it's kind of trying to figure out exactly which people were too evil to have an animal named after them. Just like have all the birds be named after like descriptive qualities. It's also kind of fucked up that like one guy gets to have an entire species of like grebe to themselves or whatever. But I think that like American Institute of Ornithology announced this or something. They're like, yeah, it's just like less headaches to deal with, and I don't know, it seems kind of goofy to like name an entire animal, like have its common name be, just have Skeeves grass mouse, you know? It was probably known to the like local people forever before that. So look at this goofy like puppy looking bat. I love this guy. All like tangled in the mist net. But it looks like it's having fun. It genuinely looks like it's just like playing around in here. Like look at the smile. Yeah, yeah, really good face. Kind of like a mastiff or something. And this image is from Yuriro Chonashi. This image is also extremely good. Jacob Farr has all the good African bat photos. One of about 25 known specimens of this species. Wow. Should probably switch to this one anyway, since it's a more permissive license. I love how big the ears are. Like, those ears are the size of its face. And they just kind of flop forwards, which is awesome. It does look a bit corrupt. It looks very... Like, this guy would totally accept a bribe from you, right? Like, look at that expression. The most single PlayStation bat you've seen. Hell yeah. Like, that, like, knowing look... This thing is corrupt as hell, I'm sorry. This... Oh, excellent. Excellent addition. God, great adjective. It should be called the corrupt leaf-eared bat. They are very leaf-shaped gears. Go around. Yeah, yeah. God, this. Okay, we can try to see if there's anything fun here. You're mostly nagging over water. Yeah, this thing is corrupt as hell. Untimely. It's been actually fine, but least concern. It doesn't seem like there are any like very modern threats to it, at least on your conservation. But I think it's well on time. I don't think this is untimely at all. Yeah, it looks quite well. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's more about trying to interpret adjectives than I expected to be. I don't think it's sparkling though, it's like got too much of like an edge to it. Named after Duke Luigi. Savoy. Really good face. Look at that wry as hell smile. Wonderful ears. Yeah. Oh, I should... How long... Yeah, let's do a prediction. How long is it gonna take? To advance my laundry. I should divulge all the relevant information, which is my laundry is like in unit in the room next to mine. I'll be trying to go quick, but I'm like quite clumsy at that kind of thing, so I'll probably like drop a sock and have to move it back up. I have no idea how long this should take. I'm like guessing. So 60 seconds. 60 to 90 seconds. And you go stop when I'll like hit the timer. Run, advance my laundry, run back to my room, hit the timer, and that's the amount of time. 90 to 120 seconds, greater than 120 seconds. I don't think there has ever been a channel prediction, and I don't know if there ever will be again. But I'm like curious how long this will take. Also, like, very short, because I'm stalling enough as it is, so I don't know if anyone... I did not realize the default timer is 30 seconds. Okay, but we do have some votes. Well, people are all in on 90 to 120 seconds. But at least one person believes in me. Oh my god, you people are rich. This is a log of money riding on it. Who went like, yeah, Pink Honeybug with 10k on 90 to 120 seconds. Well, we'll see. Okay, I'm leaving. Wait, sorry, let me get the timer on screen. I'm leaving now. Oh my god, that was... I crushed it! That was so much faster than I expected. I have no sense of time is what I'm learning. I also have no idea how to run a prediction. I'm like proud of that. That was the like hardest I've ever laundry advanced in my life. How do you peg a prediction? Let's find out. Choose outcome. There we go. Sub 60 seconds easily. Thank you. I think Navchak is rich. My like heart is racing. I went fast there. I have like a bathrobe and the belt like got like caught for a second and I was so scared I was gonna burn time, but I just... anyways. That was good. Let's spin another. God, whenever in channel predictions, I wasn't even there for it. But I still think the funniest channel prediction I've ever heard of on Twitch is Holly Heck maybe running a like COVID test channel prediction. Like I think she was feeling kind of sick and took a COVID test on stream and like yeah ran a channel point for it. And this was like it's so good. It's so funny. I should just like, take 30 minutes off reviewing mammals to fold laundry. Oh, this is the Pipistrelle. We've had many Pipistrelles. Now we have the Pipistrelle. So these are bags, but this one's clearly special because it just gets to be the common Pipistrelle, yeah. One of the most common bat species in the British Isles. So if you live in the British Isles and you've seen small bats, pretty good chance there's one of these. Very small. Oh, look at the pup. It's such a weird little alien. The awesome addition. Yeah. There's like a very good chance, like... I've seen like a little bat. Yeah, it has been called the most common and abundant species of bat in continental Europe and the United Kingdom. However, these judgments were made before splitting to two species in 1999. Which was the other one? Who like broke off from this? Oh, the soprano pipistrelle. Okay, so if you've seen it, you might have also seen this, which has like a very similar range. And appears identical, but if you record its echolocation, you might be able to tell it apart. The Great Pipistrellus Schism, exactly. There's gonna be hopefully some good... I love that's a soprano pipistrelle, that's so cute. It sings. Like, I bet that's because its echolocation, like, pitches higher, right? That must be it. I hope so. God, wait, Kyugi. Look. Look! Oh my god, they are adorable. See any attribution license one? Oh yeah. I should get one of these. I think these are like, you can just order one online and they're like not that expensive and you can just figure out which backs are near you, which is kind of awesome. These are so good. Nearest wrecking is interesting because I know, I guess it's like the passenger pigeon, right? It's like you can have the like giant population be near Threakin. I guess I'm just surprised that these are near Threakin when so many like very obscure looking bats are least concern. Yeah, they are puppies. They are puppies. Oh hell yeah. Yeah, and that'd be like, I could submit those to naturalists. I could like figure out which bats live near me and those cook up my species count. That'd be wonderful. They do seem cool. I gotta plant a fig tree, yeah. That's the real trick. Though, I feel like the bats we get here are those like small bug-eating ones. I need to plant a bug tree. Cuggliness, non-cuggly. Messed up. They fly in slow, erratic, and quite... Their flight is slow, erratic, and quite unpredictable. Roosts in a wide variety of natural and artificial structures. Quite adaptable to cities. Buildings, trees, bridges, wall crevices, cliffs, old buildings, churches with wide walls behind the cladding, caves, mines, cellars, tunnels, and potentially also hollow trees. Threatened by domestic animals. They usually say least concern, and they really bump up the least concern aspect. Bat boxes, right. God, I wonder if there are bat boxes near me. I wonder if I could set one up. Yeah, bugs and moths. No, they're so friendly. I feel like it's a very good time to be a creature that's capable of thriving in urban environments. Like, you know, unlike a lot of theirs that, like, only live in undisturbed rainforests that, like, rapidly dwindling. It is kind of their season. So I am confused by it maybe being near Threakin, though here I see an least concern. Here it says least concern. Wait, I think I was on the Soprano Pipistrellus. I think that Soprano Pipistrellus was near Threakin. No, wait. Oh, near Threakin in France specifically. Okay. Oh yes, thank you. Sorry. Whenever it's like the opposite, like whenever it's untimely instead of timely, I'll spend a while explaining why it's very timely, and then I'll give it a high score, when in fact that should be a low score. I do that so much. Thank you for catching that. They do seem quite friendly. And sparkling. I'm just giving every mammal a high warm and sparkling score, but maybe that's fine. They also have this like thick coat. That seems like it would keep you very warm. Default European bat. That's pretty huge. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and warm blood. Mammals are just warm, and you know I'm fine with not scaling it too much. The Sopranos broke off from them. Legopis. And what else did it say? Egg specialist. No comment. Oh, good. Whoa. Yeah, some of them even more than this. Like, some of the really small microbags are really just like furball with Keith. Yeah, the thing is, I think I gave a porpoise already a high warm score. Or no, it was like an Arctic porpoise or something. But maybe I gave a lowish score in there. Yeah, it was like a 150, yeah. But that was, it had such a friendly vibe. I know I've been saying about literally every creature, but you know. You know. Let's spin another mammal. Sigmodonctimus? The Fragus. I think we might have had a mouse in this genus before. Awesome! Neuromys fragus, also known as, again, fake-ass common name. You cannot pass off the long-tailed Sigmodonctimus as the common name. That's so bullshit. Wait. Oh yeah, it was moved there from in 2012. Okay. So they're gonna want Neuromys. I don't know what Gbif is gonna. Ah. Yeah, no Phogos. Rice water rat is a crazy descriptor. Yeah, they can even sink in. Rice water rat. Oh, please, English. Whoa, no illustration. God, this is awesome. Known by only 3 specimens. Wait, if I go, because Gbif might have a special page for the new. No. Critically endangered. Oh god. Although we might have some skull diagrams. Yeah, we have like a whole family of skulls. Wonderful. Why is it Sigmagon? What's, like, I know... Was Sigma is sinus? Sinuous? S-shaped! Yeah, inactive taxon means it's like no longer considered a thing, and that almost always happens because either they like swap the genus, or they like merge two species, or they like, well, usually if they split the species, one taxon will like inherit the old name, so that's usually not why. But usually it just means they swap the genus around, which is chill. Sometimes it means they no longer consider it its own species, which is like problematic, but yeah. Yeah, I guess it makes sense, I guess, because like Greek sigma, sigma's Greek s, so I guess that just makes sense. Right. This image is by McCain. Detail. Which I have like my pick of the litter for the common name. But I think rice water is too exciting a concept to pass up. Its teeth are kind of messed up, and it's just a series of skulls, which is not fair criteria, but I'm gonna give it that. It seems extremely untimely. Unfortunately, it does not seem very warm or sparkling. Again, I'm probably letting these images have too much weight, but I don't know what else I have to go off. Weird teeth. Extremely rare rat. Rice water. Known only by 4 specimens. That's pretty impressive. Yeah. Alright, let's spin another mammal. Oh my god, Rogan. Sorry about awesome Oecomys. Yeah, I was a bit confused by the... Oh, wait, I also just... I fully... Okay, full disclosure. I misread your message as saying Ibex code is green from the rice water. And I was very confused as to why I would make it green. No, yeah, that does make sense. I love it. Like, I hope it just, like, loves rice water. We have we have so many rodents today. This is actually insane. Like, we have a few backs. We started off with the porpoise. Another rice rat, but this one's just rice. The arboreal rice rat. I feel like we've ran into like 20 creatures called the arboreal rice rat already. There's no way this is the first one. Wait, the beautiful arboreal rice rat? That's way better. That's way better. Wait, this one's also Sigmagont? Or like was at some point maybe? At the subfamily level. Oh, that's awesome. Welcome, cat. Welcome, welcome. Oh ho ho, yeah, it is. Well, there's a lot of sigmagonts. Wow. 376 species. That's like the number of shrews there are. I also love that it's just, Latin name is just species. Like under species, they just put species again. I think this has happened before, and it turns out it's more like spectacular than species, but... wait. Awesome beginning. This like snippet is awesome. I think this has happened once before, but like really reassuring to under the like link just get that species doesn't exist, that location seems suspect. I think these are like buttons you can click to like report an erroneous page or something, but that really doesn't speak well. Nocturnal and good climbers, usually nesting among palm leaves. That's wonderful. Locally common but difficult to trap. Hell yeah. Three-idiot. The 3 idiots are on here. I'm being ripped off. No, we don't get to see the beautiful rice rat? No. This is so sad. Okay, I guess I have to draw it. How do I guess I just have to draw it beautifully. I guess it just has to be self-evident that it's beautiful. Have an idea. Oh yeah. Good start. Oh whoops, sorry about that. Now, do they describe the coloration? Or the ears or anything? Soft hints and medium in length. Rich Ocherous Connie. Oh, I will try my best to get... So Tawny is like a light brown beige kind of color, right? Yeah, or like an orange. Oh, it's really quite orange. And then Ocherous. What's ochre like again? Yellow. Okay, yellow orange and rich. So honestly, it's like this. Is that a rich ochre tawny? I think it needs to be a bit darker. Oh, maintain the vibrancy. Yeah, like this. And, like, we can add a new layer. This might be perfect. Yeah. Oh, sorry! I was drawing off screen, but now you get the delightful surprise of Harris's rice rat. I feel like I'm only getting worse at remembering to swap sources lately. Wait, let's vary the sizes of these. I need to, like, just stream a game or something where there's only one thing on I have to deal with and I'm not, like, juggling different sources. Now let's duplicate that layer and apply a big of a gust. And then... Oh yeah. And I wonder if even I could... Would this look good or am I crazy? I just brighten the glow a bit. Oh, I think that's perfect. There you go. There you go. This is the beautiful arboreal rice rat. Oh, I should color in the tree too. Thank you, thank you. Well, I have volume 6, I want to say. What's the number? The insectivore one. I have volume 8, sorry. So really, we just need to crowdfund a set of Handbook of the Mammals of the World's volume 1 through 7 and 9. Way more realistic. Perfect. Now let's just... yeah. It's like a conifer of some sorts. Oh, whoa, I cannot mean to do that. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay, anyways, I guess I should review this thing. I think the beauty makes the corrupt. I think it's like Solgig Sol to the devil for those looks. Untimely? I don't know, we, like, Pink Honeybug was saying they hadn't seen a drawing in some time. I think this is quite a timely roll. The sparkling helps. Oh wait, I forgot sparkling was the category. Well, I guess I kinda, like, rigged that one a bit. Beautiful arboreal rice rat. Wonderful. Let me spin another mammal. Dasypus? Kappleri. These might be marsupials. These might be small marsupials. Because Gassy, I think, is a... No, not at all. Oh, am I wrong? Holy shit. One of the larger armadillos are so rare. Always so happy to see one. Largest armadillo in its genus. Legal Skuggy and its natural history is poorly known. But we did learn a lot from, like, native people from that area. Yeah, armadillos are mammals. Yeah, if it's got any amount of fur that's not like feather, plumage, kind of. Like, I guess an ostrich might be kind of furry, but yeah, fur is a good giveaway. Also, I feel like you can kind of do it by elimination. Like, definitely not a reptile or a bird. Or an amphibian. Yeah, it's down, but can, like, look for, like, fur from a distance. Like, it's not the same thing, but, you know, that's the only thing that you could, like, mistake for fur on something that's not a mammal. Could be a mushroom. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I guess some, like, moths are kind of furry. God, I love those, like, velvet moths and stuff. Those, like, really fluffy looking ones. They're, like, beautiful sometimes. Like, God. Moths rule. I want to learn my local moths. But there's so many species, which is great when you're on an naturalist, because, like, see a random moth and there's a decent chance it's, like, quite rare. Before dusk, the armadillo starts to stir. When it is fully dark, it rushes out of the burrow and sets off along one of its paths. These run along hilltops and across foraging areas. The armadillo stops at intervals to hunt around for beetles and their larvae, millipedes and centipedes, digging in soft ground for earthworms, and also consuming fallen fruit. It is very fond of the fruits of the... Yeah, we got a gillo. Wait, before I keep reading. Can we get, like, a photo of a live one and not just that, like, one taxidermy? Yes. Yes! God, what wonderful creatures. What, like, strange, bizarro aliens. They have armor. They're like shielded. The ears too? Go on, second option, like, remove my 30 layers I made for that drawing. Like how without the line art, it looks like, I don't know, a carrot falling from a tree or something. Yeah, they are weirdly isopod with it. Including, I think there's a genus of isopod that's just called armadillo, which is quite fun. I think the, like, common pill woodlouse, like I want to say the common pill woodlouse, like the isopod you just see all the time, is in the genus armadillo. Yeah, roly-polies. They have, like, every, like, state and small region loves to have their own name for that creature, but you know the creature. I think where I grew up, we called them Pokego bugs, which I learned refers to a different kind of bug almost everywhere else. And I don't know if that's like where I grew up, as in like the city I grew up in, or like literally the block I was on. That was what the 3 kids I hung out with called them, and like no one else did. Because I don't know if I've ran into anyone else who called them Pokego bugs, and I have found out that if you Google Pokego bugs, you get an entirely different creature. Yeah, roly-poly seems to be the big one, but I know some places call them pill bugs. There's a lot of names for them. I genuinely think it might have just been one of my childhood friends was confused and heard Pokego bug in reference to the thing that's more commonly called that, and called it like a Pokego bug instead. Yeah, Armadilligum vulgar. Yeah, exactly. I only know this because of like it came up on an actual list. Welcome, Elizabeth. You know their government name. You they just called them the right thing there. That's crazy. Welcome, Olive. Also, you're fully here, Maliba. Whenever, like, a name pops up that's, like, not in the immediate chat above it, that's, like, different, like, user Twitch name color, I just reflexively welcome them in, even if it's just, like, I don't know, it's been 5 minutes since the last final message. Oh, okay. Pokego bug is real, then. That's good to know. Wait, 1 second, I'm getting a call. Hey, sorry about that. I'm glad the Pokego bug thing is real. I felt like such a fool for calling them by like what no one else used to call them. But I'm glad instead it was a genuine, cool local name for them. Because everyone I talked to either called them roly-polies or pill bugs. I think those are the two I hear a lot. And I think some people might just call them isopods. Yeah, exactly. They're like the isopod. They're like crustacean, which is crazy. I think they just didn't occur to me that they were like land crustaceans for like most of my life, which is silly. Wait, this is not a beautiful arboreal race. I'm not even started reviewing this creature. I love distinct. Has been considered distinct enough to warrant separation in its own subgenus. Maybe even deserves its own genus. Whoa! Yeah, because they have an order to themselves, right? But there's Xenarthras, which, yes, their closest relatives are sloths. And like anteaters, but I guess they're closer to... That's awesome. I guess there's some spoilers here. That's wonderful. Common in forest areas where less hunting takes place. Forages on floodplains near headwater streams. To live in burrows. Hunting for food and as much as scheming, especially in April and May when Oecomys fagus. It gets usually caught by flooding its burrow and kicking out. When it gets scared, it makes a rumbling growl. When a cat growls more loudly. Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's actually kind of the opposite. It seems quite positive because it seems like it's most schemed during April and May when Oecomys fagus. Wow. Threatened by black caiman, anaconda. Tyro, which I think we've had before. God, I would love to visit the Amazon so bad. It's expensive as hell, which is like once in my life. That would be so cool. I've been like thinking about this more and more. How like badly I want to visit the Amazon just once. There are like so many creatures you can see there and nowhere else. Some like incredible monkeys up north there. Like including some I've rolled, like the bog-headed uakari and the monksaki. It was actually, I was like reading about the Amazon and it's kind of crazy to me how many of them were like animals I distinctly remember rolling already on this stream. Is this thing corrupt? Nocturnal always makes me a bit suspicious of it. Like, what's it getting up all night? Up to at night, and it also lives in burrows. It's also hiding away underground. I think this might be a little corrupt. Untimely. They kind of look ancient, right? They kind of look like, or like medieval maybe, like some, yeah. Warm. I don't know, they kind of look, I don't know if they open up to. They look so reclusive. I think in like temperament, these are unfortunately a bit cold. They like reflect light, and I love them, so I want to give them like a decent sparkling score. They are most esteemed in April and May, when they are the fattest. Eats very fond of palm fruits and also eats the ants that climb on these fruits. Valerie, that is genius. That's like, I'm surprised there's not, maybe not that specifically, but I'm just surprised there's not any Pokemon that's like, Armadillo Buttocks Ball is something funky, you know? Like Disco Ball is perfect, but I'm surprised I don't even have like anything in that category from what I can think. Along with the ants. crawl on them. Seasoning. Wonderful. Hell yeah. Alright, I think I'm gonna take a quick ag break now. I will see you all in like 4 minutes. Hello. Welcome back. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, Jam, welcome. Belomys pearsonii. Hairy-footed flying squirrel, flying squirrel. God, flying squirrels are so cool. It's so wonderful. The squirrels just evolved the ability to glide, like... Relating to the complex toothed flying squirrel, awesome name. Or subspecies. Though they may actually be species or something. Interesting. Great illustration. This makes me think incredibly high corrupt score. Like, look at them scheming. They look so villainous here. Right? Holy shit! Wait, Wait, is this actually that creature? This is insane if so. Let's see the unnaturalist ones, because those are more like legitimate. Oh, this is wonderful. It's crazy that we got two of them just being like hunted by an owl. Two rodents being hunted by an owl on one stream. I don't think I've seen like observations like that almost at all. These are awesome. So cute. Crazy, like imagine just seeing this thing walking along the ground and learning it can fly, you know? Like, it's crazy how little their body had to adapt to be able to glide. Like, they just threw on wings and it somehow all worked. I'm sure it's, like, much more complicated than that, and there were, in fact, like, many adaptations to gliding. But at least, like, externally, this really just looks like a squirrel. But cute. This is wonderful. Is there any possibility, probably not, probably the answer is the sad boring one like it always is. Is there any possibility that like flying squirrels will ever eventually like evolve powered flight? Because you know, like actual flying animals like bats and birds, couldn't they like start as gliding animals and then only eventually develop the capacity for like powered flight? Is this a really stupid question? Probably. But will they like, is it possible that there could like one day in the far future being a flying squirrel that like flaps its wings to like lift off from the ground? Is this like feasible? This image is by again. Yeah. That one image makes me think corrupt. Yeah, but like birds, okay, maybe go look very non squirrel-like when they're done with it. But like that's the kind of thing that can evolve. Well, like, I guess I'm kind of being silly. Like anything can evolve. Like there's no way bird's bones starting out that like brittle and hollow, right? Hell yeah, Malive. I hope so. There are many theories. People are talking about this. People are talking about if one day squirrels will take off from the ground. That's wonderful. No, yeah, wait, I think they are corrupt because of that one illustration. And they're just like hiding it well in this photo. The illustrator knew something. But let's read more about them. Nocturnal. Lives in tree hollows and rock crevices. Eats fruits and leaves and needles. It does seem like it's being hunted, so I guess it's a bit untimely in that regard. Definitely warm and definitely sparkling. Lives in rock crevices. Are flying squirrels like one day gonna evolve to actually fly? I hope so. Eats needles. Villainous illustration. I think that's good. Let's spin another mammal. Whoa, I got like annoying at like another miss, but no, there's somehow the word miss does not appear in that jumble of letters at all. Aepyprymnus? Rufescens. Holy shit, rat kangaroo? Wait, I feel like I'm scared. I was like learning all of marsupial's tricks. I felt like... Wait, is this even a marsupial? Yeah, okay, good. It's not just like, it's not like, unlike a kangaroo rat, which is just a kind of rat that has nothing to do with the marsupials, but it hops. No, this is actually a proper, this is not a rat that is a kangaroo, this is a kangaroo that is a rat. This is a proper marsupial. This is fake. This image was, this is a joke. It's like April 1st in some time zones and that they made this article and I was fooled, ha ha ha. You got me, you got me. This is like the least real of, I mean there's the aquatic mole. There was Sopping Wet Jasmine recently. But somehow that was like crazy in a way that was believable. Like that was crazy in the way like weird alien creatures I've discovered on this stream have been crazy. It was like too like original to be made up. But this, no, this is like practical joke. This is like, yeah, this is like drop bears or whatever. This is like the Callosus. Yeah, you know we have these like tiny little rat-sized kangaroos here too. I'll still say, you're familiar? I feel like I'm allowed to look up the hummingbird moth. Because it's not a mammal, so I will never. Holy shit, that's awesome. That's so good. It's like in a costume. This is like moth dressed up as a hummingbird. This is delightful. Moths are so cool. Oh, so they're related to the Pogaroos, which I guess I knew. I guess somehow this. Yeah, but it's different from the Pogaroos. It's so different. Like, it's... Let me confirm I'm not crazy. Yeah, this is like Pogaroos. These These are just like little rodent things. I mean, they're weird, but they're weird in the way a lot of small marsupials are. They're like believable. No, this thing is just unique. This thing is just a weird alien. Oh, hell yeah, Austral Sage. Hell yeah. That has been just learning about the diversity of like small marsupials. Like just learning about all the weird and strange kinds of marsupials has been like genuinely one of my favorite parts of this stream. Yeah, definitely. Yes, the museum collector Charles M. Hoy noted that the species entered his camp at night, eating pieces of bread but ignoring the vegetable scraps. I know of the marsupial mole. Wait. I don't think I've actually rolled it yet. God, these are so cool. I just love the image. Of it eating pieces of bread in this guy's camp and ignoring the vegetable scraps. But they love fungi and tubers, apparently. Yeah, but this one's like, a lot of the rat-shaped marsupials are very rat-shaped. This one is just so bizarre. And adorable. Austro, do you have any particular Rufus Beton comments you'd like to include? I feel it's like quite rare that we have like, I don't know, an expert on the species just in chat. That is crazy. Yeah, right? Right? Literally a like just tiny kangaroo. When you're baking traps for them, use truffle oil to help attract them. That's wonderful. Big night for truffles and gig. God, look at that little thing. I know, the feet are crazy, and the like strangely thick tail too. The tail is so odd, but it is adorable nonetheless. Love this photo too. Oh, that's Rufus gagging into pouch is the name of this image. That is extremely good. And the illustration is also wonderful. Cog, just climbing in home. This image is by Gary Wilson. Rufus Beton. No, this thing is pure. Wait, let's read a bit more about it, but oh my god. Oh jeez. Oh, multiple nests are shared by the same, are used by the same individual. That's luxurious. They like keep multiple beds. They're nocturnal. Foraging is interspersed with periods of rest, grooming, nest building, and social interactions. They like take breaks to hang out while foraging. That's wonderful. They compete with rabbits and are preyed on by foxes, unfortunately. But they are still least concern, at least. Wait, that's insane! Thank you for the gift. That is... okay, that definitely affects the score. That's crazy. They just chuck their, like, young to distract you while escaping? They look so, like, innocent, too. Incredible. Okay, maybe they are then. I mean, it's like there's like risk with invasive animals and that they're like locally extinct in some places, but they're still least concern overall. So I think things are kind of rough for them. But I don't know if they're like quite untimely. They still seem to be doing okay. Warm. Well, okay, environment wise, they're like quite north in Australia, so quite warm. The chucking their young thing at you, maybe that's a little cold, but keep them up with a sports game, Jesus. Wow. Thank you so much for all of this. Really just incredible to have someone who's like worked with this animal in chat. That is amazing. It's definitely sparkling. Catch them, you bait the traps with truffle oil. Big day for truffles. They chuck their young at you to try and distract you while fleeing. Thank you so much, Austral Sage, with the info. And then also, it is crazy that this is real. Like, just a tiny, shrunk down kangaroo, more so than even like a pagamelon. Incredible. Yeah, this is the like first time, you know, at first I was getting like so startled by like many of the small marsupials. I was kind of thinking I was getting the hang of them. This is the first time where I'm back to square one. It's like I did not see this coming at all. This is wonderful. Hell yeah, Austral Sage. It's like simultaneously awesome and like slightly embarrassing that like so many people who like know what they're talking about and like have serious background in ecology and stuff have found my stream, because it's like very much just like a goofy little thing I'm doing and I'm so far from being an expert, but it's like so cool learning all the stuff. I feel like I've like Gotten to know, I guess you'd expect that after going through like 1,000 in some of them, but I've gotten to know mammals so much better in the course of this. Let's spin another one, speaking of. Oh, one in motion? Yeah, I should have looked up one in motion. Wait, hold on, sorry, I think we just got a huge roll. I would love to see, and I will watch it hopping around, but I believe this is a big roll. If I'm wrong and this is the Velveteen climbing mouse, I will absolutely open it. Oh, okay, no, I was thinking something else. But this is pretty cool. This is pretty big. This is quite wonderful, but there have been many civics. These should be like a pretty iconic civic. Civics are wonderful. Civics are delightful. But I can pull up the video. I thought we were gonna get like, I don't know, wildebeest or something. Like Fossa fossana just sounded so huge. Wait, hold on. Let's quickly. Yes. Oh my god, the small marsupials like move in the most like frenzied and crazed ways. This happened with, there was that, I don't know if it's like a Junard or something, but there's one like last stream that another small marsupial, maybe a couple streams ago actually, the one that like did a wall jump off the back of that rabbit that Archibald found the footage of, that one was also, I love that. They're just like carrying themselves around in like such like chaotic and frenzied ways. This is awesome though. Civics are so weird. They're like almost cats or foxes, but like not quite. Oh, at least surely chaotic and frenzy are on here. Frenzy does not get steam, so French is. Nor is chaotic actually, wow. I wonder if this is Madagascar's only civet, because it's just called the Malagasy civet. Hell yeah. That's really good. Including we even have famed emote, Frenzy Gunnar. The adjective is finally on here. Nocturnal. Some sources say solitary, some say it lives in pairs, which apparently would be quite unusual. It is not a good climber and frequents ravines. It's small vertebrates, insects, aquatic animals, and eggs stolen from bird nests. It's shy and secretive. The vocalizations are similar to crying or groaning. In the winter, may start fagging a skill which can make up to 25% of their weight. I wonder if there are any images, because I feel like if this thing is a quarter of their weight, it must get like huge, right? A quarter of their weight? Awesome image. This makes me want to give it an extremely high corrupting score. This is a demon. Also, they just call it the Fana Loca. That's the common name here, which is wonderful. It's so cute. Oh my god. Gently crushing it. I want to set up a DSLR camera trap so bad. I need to find like a good place and I need to make sure it's like safe. But that's what I've learned. Generally, the Phogos like this, these are not like handheld. These are, there's like a camera, a DSLR like buried in the like leaves or something, and a motion sensor for when something goes by. And it's crazy that you can get images this good just with that kind of system. Like I guess part of it is that the animals will actually like happily walk by your camera because it's not a giant person that looks like a threat to them. God. Oh, you're licking its paw? One second. God, they're so cute. Another excellent image here. Oh my god. Oh, I love how there are multiple of these. What a wonderful creature. What the tongue? The tongue? This is a great Phogo series. But I have to go with this one. Oh, that is tempting. But I don't know, it's not like insane enough of a photo. I need to be like very reserved with the full arts. Like I want it to become like every stream there's a full art. It needs to be like crazy. It can get like a fairly sizable art though. Like that is so good. I would love a sample of the Justin leaf flicker. Leaf flicker is such a good expression. It keeps coming up and I keep thinking about this. There's something just so nice about both saying, yeah, I love leaf flicker. It's like a good concept. It sounds nice to say. Yeah, it seems she'll also be known as a Phenaloca or a Jabagi. God, you're so good. Near threatened. Considered vermin because of their predation on chickens. God. And they're hunting. Untimely, unfortunately. So in the wet season, it's just eating bugs, reptiles, and amphibians. In the dry season, it teaches the reptiles and amphibians and starts eating crabs and mammals instead. Yeah, because of those terrifying images. Wait, what's wrong with this naming convention? Unfortunately, it is untimely. Very warm and quite sparkling. Yeeks. Okay, there is an animal called Fossa. Okay, it wasn't quite crazy when I thought we got something good. Okay, that is very funny then. Okay, I thought I like hallucinated the species Fossa. That is extremely funny. Not a Fossa. And that species is completely different genus. Yeah. Eats bugs, frogs. Lizards in what season, and bugs, crabs, mammals in dry season. It stores fat in its tail, which can reach 25% of its total body weight. Wonderful. Alright, let's spin another mammal. Pseudochirulus caroli. Oh wait. Look at the first the Wayland ringtail possum. Known from 4 localities west of the Star Mountains, but Australasia possum is always very good. And all the possums are good, but they're very different from the possums we have in the Americas. Unfortunately, we only have this like one hide. At least on a naturalist. Oh, this is a subspecies, that's why it's like that. Oh, no illustration. Giga Division Rare, that's all they have to say. No, and we're being tricked again, but we can see its relatives. Like, look at this. Actually, let's just see on iNaturalist. Here's some, like, other members of genus, so you know, like, what kind of creature we're dealing with. Aren't these, like, wonderful? Aren't these so good and weird and alien? I love these. Anyways, unfortunately we do not have such a thing, we just have... Yeah, exactly. Speaking of, wait, you guys talk about Pactus last time I streamed? I don't think I discovered Pactus yet last time I streamed. Are you all familiar with Pactus? The birds? I've become obsessed with Pactus. They're like... They are such strange aliens. I've seen like many different people describe them as like Jim Henson creatures. And I think they're kind of onto something. It's like crazy that this is a berg. Everything in the like owlet, nightjar family, there's a lot of other, they're actually relatives. Do you want to know the like most familiar bird, unless you're like familiar with like nightjars or nighthawks, which really look like this? Do you know what the like closest like very familiar bird is to this? The closest like really common normal bird to this is a hummingbird. These are like relatives of the hummingbirds, which is insane to me, but I don't know, kind of. Hummingbirds are weird, they're weird, it kind of tracks in that regard. Yeah, just... I can see some like stupid compilation video, but they're... Yeah, when they like bark at you, kind of. I love them so much. I think the like Handbook of Birds of the World describes them as basically being like a mouth and a pair of eyes that can fly. This video is insane. But yeah, I've been huge into Pacus. I've been like consuming all the Pacus content I can get. Yeah, they are bug-type birds. The only bug-type birds I've seen, unless you count hummingbirds, which I think you'd be valid for doing, are like creepers. Tree creepers are very bug-coded to me, because they just like hang out on the bark, and they kind of like hop up the bark in a very like strange way. I think the first time I saw one, I thought it was like a frog that I was seeing when I saw it from a distance. It's like... I love creepers, they're very good. I've been like spotting brown creepers around a lot. And it's been wonderful. Hey, welcome Belomys, welcome, welcome. Also welcome Circleback, I don't think I've welcomed you in yet. Wait, I think I gig. Sorry, I am very hungry. Well, you, welcome again. Either way. There are people who have like 200 viewer chats who will like welcome every user exactly once. And that is like a superpower. I'll eat soon, I'll eat soon. I have Mammals to review. I need to like preheat the oven anyways, it'll take a minute. This possum doesn't exist. There is like no information about this possum. Which I think increases its corrupt score. Is it untimely? It's least concern somehow, which makes it seem even more fake. But I guess it just lives somewhere very remote and far from humans. So maybe it's not corrupt, it's been like uncorrupted by human presence. I don't think it's untimely, it seems to be doing fine somehow. That seems like a fairly good coat. I think that would keep it quite warm, and it's like in a pretty hot climate too. Not really sparkling just because it's so like invisible. Kind of a fake animal. They're allegedly there. And thriving. But we don't really know anything about them. That's good. Let's spin another mammal. Scotorepens? Sanborni. Oh, but yeah, you're definitely here earlier. Northern Brognose bat. The true populations found in Australia are reported to be genetically distinguishable. So it's like kind of true, guys. There's at least like maybe a subspecies thing going on. You can tell these ones apart from these ones, I guess. Origin of subspecies. Lives in tree hollows, eats mosquitoes. Oh, these images are good. I like these. I like these. This is such a, like, group of characters, you know? Like, each of these has their own, like, funny personality and they get up to hijinks. I want to give them names, you know? They're really good. Northern Brognose bat. Yeah, exactly. Bob, Larry, Zach, and Zango. Various habitats including monsoon forests, open woodlands, and heathlands, and apparent preferences for mangrove and floodplain areas adjacent to paper bark forests. There's some colonies of a few individuals in tree hollows, up to several hundred individuals in buildings. That makes me think they're timely. They're like, they were just waiting around. You know the, like, beg bugs when begs are invented comic? These are just waiting for us. Yeah, the you're kicking one. Okay, very taxonomic chaos. Forages close to cluttered vegetation by hawking in the air. Mostly eats beetles, true bugs, and what, hymenopterans? Oh, bees, wasps, those kind of ants, all of those kind of things. Hymenopterans. Okay, good word to know. I want to learn bugs. I think bugs might be next for me. I've been like learning mammals and birds. I think insects are nice. Next. There are too many bugs. I also like how the word bug can either be narrow, or very specific. I've seen people use bugs to just refer to the true bugs, which I think is dumb. And I've seen people use bugs to just kind of refer to arthropods as a whole, which I think is awesome. Even though I think the former is like the more accepted usage. But it's like so not the plain English usage. I feel the plain English usage is very broad and more or less just aligns with arthropods as a whole. I think we kind of blundered the naming. And shrimps, of course. Yeah, it would be fun for... I couldn't review all bugs, but I think just like learning about bugs would be fun. And maybe we could choose something. Again, the problem with like Insecta as a class for doing a stream like this, even ignoring the size, is just the fact that like 90% of... If you just pull that Insecta randomly, 90% of them would be not even a Wikipedia page, a GBIF page that just acknowledges they exist, and like one paper that lists like 100 different like sawfly genome data that proves it's a distinct species. Like unfortunately, the extent of the human knowledge on like the average insect is just nothing. We know like vanishingly little about like most insects. There are just too many. Yeah, I could go by like genus or by like family even. I've thought about that. There is something really fun with species about feeling like you're reviewing a guy. And I've like thought about this many times for like larger clades or for like mini-series. It would be kind of sad if like, if you choose... And that's kind of fake, right? Like sometimes there are like subspecies that like look quite different. But for the most part, when you like review species, you're kind of reviewing a distinct guy. If you go like too high up in the Insecta thing, I feel like there's gonna be like 1,000 really different creatures there, and you might like miss one if you're just reviewing them all at the same time, or you might not like really feel like you're reviewing a singular thing. It is reassuring to know not every bag in Australia is a giant behemoth that eats pigs. You know, they do have some of the ones I'm used to there too. Do I want this one to be corrupt? Was I calling this one corrupt for some reason? Did you look like a little gang of rascals? But I don't think that was what I was going for. Sure. I don't remember it, but I think I... Yeah. That is also Belomys, exactly what I imagined. I usually, like, yeah, I think I saw a moth in the wood, put it on a naturalist, and I had, like, triple digit of observations, which is crazy, because, like, nothing I put on a naturalist has triple digit observations. But, like, bugs and moths, as I've started photographing those, some of the, and I'm not confident about that identification yet. I'm hoping someone who actually knows moths comes in and can, like, verify or correct it, but as I look into those, I feel like if I keep photographing insects, like, it's gonna be a matter of time before I find something with, like, 7 photos or less or something. Yeah, for the whole bilgings thing, I think they're, well, like, it's extremely timely, so extremely not untimely. They look so warm in this picture, all huddled up. I mean, just kinda. I can't call any mammal not sparkling, it's messed up. They live in small groups, in tree hollows, or massive groups in buildings. They were kinda just waiting for us to get around to inventing those. Little pack of rapscallions. I think that's good. That also answers my question, which was a while ago. I was wondering, so like some time ago, the thought occurred to me: how hard would it be if all you wanted to do was at some point in your life discover a new species? How hard would that be? And like hard part would be verifying it and stuff, probably like pestering some poor entomologist enough that they look at your moth photo and confirm that it's new. But that already means I thought it'd be doable. I thought if I like spent the rest of my life pursuing it and was like willing to like sacrifice my well-being for it, I probably could just by like collecting a bunch of bug specimens in the right places. I did not realize it would be just like shine a flashlight in the Amazon forest and you're good. That's kind of awesome. That's kind of crazy that like with, you know, it's like getting to the Amazon, I was talking about this earlier, it's like expensive and a huge pain in the ass, but it would be an awesome thing to do independently. It's crazy to think that like just with a little effort, I could just photograph an undocumented species. That's like genuinely crazy to me. Like that would be so cool. I'm like stalling for this mouse. The OB mosaic-tailed rat. Mosaic-tailed rats are always the most underwhelming thing. Like, the name sells you on so much. And then they're just like... I think it's because their tail's like scaly in a way that kind of looks mosaic-ish. But you get so excited for this crazy colorful child tail. Largely arboreal, though some individuals are trapped on the ground among rocks and ferns. Wait. Can we see if there's an image? Choose 62. Oh, hell yeah. OB mosaic-tailed rat. Seem to adapt to deforestation, so maybe they are kind of timely. Right kind of rat to be right now. This is pepper, right? Like, the black pepper. I mean, piper is the genus. I mean, I have no idea what the species is. Awesome. Spike pepper. It's used as a traditional medicine. And as a condiment. That's cool. Oh, they're like related to Magnolia? Whoa. Oh, this is a cool, like, group. This is a crazy, like... Man, this is what I love about, like... I know nothing about, like, botany or the plant kingdom in general, and whenever I stumble on it, it's always just the, like, strangest collection of, like... familiar like plants like magnolias, nutmeg, bay laurel, cinnamon, avocado, black pepper, and tulip tree. I wonder how many of those are like closely related enough they could hybridize them. Probably you need to be in like the same genus, and at that point you're not getting anything crazy like black pepper x cinnamon, but still. Let's do flowers next, yeah. I really want to, like, hybridize plants. That seems crazy. That seems like the most mad science thing you can, like, just ethically do on your balcony or something. Like, it's crazy to me that you can just take two citruses and then just fuse them into a new citrus. You all know this citrus triangle? I feel like this probably is the like one of the places where the average person is most likely to have seen the citrus triangle already. But let's show it off. Did you know almost all there are more citruses, but they're like kumquats and other like kind of less common ones. Every like citrus you can just buy in a regular American grocery store is like some combination of pomelo, citron, and true mandarin. Yeah, but you mean like the soil chart diagram's really like funny because it has all the like goofy names and it's just fascinating to look at. This one's crazy to me because there are like so many familiar creatures on here, and you can see like exactly how they relate and exactly how they like what they're made up of. And then if you wanted something like between bergamot and grapefruit, you just know to like throw in like crossbreed. I guess you could breed those directly, but you know, maybe you want to try an Alikiogi lime. Like, it's just insane to me that like every citrus fits on this triangle. They just all come from these three creatures. There's the lemon. So the citrons are like the lemony ones, the mandarins are like the orangey ones, and then pomelos is like the grapefruit side of things. Yeah, I don't know if I've like had pomelo. Pomelo's like quite bigger, right? Like, I guess that makes sense because it's on the like grapefruit side of things. I'm also like so curious, like look at how far the Bitruni lime is from the like Rangpur lime. I wonder how like different those taste, and if they're just called that because they're green and they're like random, very different. But yeah, I love the citrus triangle. Yeah, so like yuzu, so again, like some of the less, this is like really like citruses that like, I don't know, seem like they come from North America and Europe, basically. I mean, there are some like citruses that are like primarily cultivated elsewhere on this chart, but the ones that are like guaranteed should be on here are like very European or very American sounding ones. And then things like kumquats and I guess yuzu are like... There are other citruses that are vegan. Eventually someone will map out the like 27-dimensional citrus space. That's gonna be awesome. Wait, is this even the right rack? I've like lost track. I think so, yeah. This was probably the guy we were reviewing. Yeah. Plant taxonomy is so weird. Sometimes like in the same genus as like a delicious fruit are just like 30 very strange, completely different things, most of which are completely inedible. Like, I guess it's like how like coloration happens. Can adapt extremely quickly. Yeah, I think I have a very vague sense of what a kumquat is. Alright, this whole thing's started because it eats the weird pepper. It eats the weird pepper. That's our note. Corrupt, yes, because they keep selling us on these mosaic tails, which sounds so cool. I want the mosaic tails so bad. And then, wait, I think this might be the wrong... No, this is the right. And then you zoom in. You get the most, like, normal tail in the world. Like, look at that. Look at that. Mosaic tail? It's false advertising as hell. I got so excited the first time we rolled one of these, and I'm still bigger about it. Adapts to logging, so it's timely, so it's not untimely. Image by Tony Lobbit. Warm. Sure. Sparkling, yeah. I think that's good. Anyways, I did not realize how hungry I was. I think I am gonna start getting dinner ready. I hope you all enjoyed the citrus triangle, as well as today's mammals. Thank you everyone who came by. This was a lot of fun. Good mammals today. I really liked that porpoise at the beginning. I don't know if we ever, like, surpassed that, but that was wonderful. Yeah, thank you all for joining me. Thank you all so much. So let me just quickly log of people live today. Let me just find. Well, I think Zoiteki's been going for partner. I think they're very close to partner. So probably a good time to head over there. Thank you all so much for joining me. And yeah, see you all next time. Bye everyone.